Some of the emotions that I experienced when I found out I was gonna be a father is a roller coaster of emotions. I had the idea that I was not gonna be a great father just because of the environment I was raised in, because I was in a household full of 4 different females, my mother and my 3 sisters, and an absentee father. So I had the assumption that I would be a terrible father. The support system was something that I needed. I know that I needed it, that's why I went out and searched for it. For a guy who is a new upcoming father or a father of multiple kids who don't know what to do or where to go, having a support system through the Dad Adventure Program is a wonderful thing to have.
Some of the most helpful things and tips I learned at the Dad Adventure class was mostly through just other dads' experiences and their takeaway from what they experienced becoming a new dad. It was pretty helpful to learn certain tips or just information about babies in general, especially as a man.
It may be frightening at first, your first couple of weeks that you come in, but honestly, as you go through the program week by week, you get to learn these people, you get to sit down, you get to talk to them. It's definitely something that's enjoyable to take a load off, to be able to say, hey, my week was terrible and here is why, and for someone to not judge you, and for someone to just be like, I understand, I get where you're coming from, and each of us can relate to something that we're going through because we all have kids, we all are fathers, even though it's different experience.
My biggest revelations was that you're gonna make mistakes and that not everything's gonna be perfect. And that's okay because that's how you learn and that's how you grow and that's how the development of a child progresses. To hear that, it's like, okay, you know what? Give yourself a little leniency and a little room to allow those mistakes to happen and know that as long as you keep persevering and not letting it bring you down, you will excel at it.
As a man, it's hard to be able to admit to yourself that you need help. I've always been taught and told to be strong, to shut down, to hold your emotions, but I've had to learn to open up because if you don't let those emotions out, you will bottle yourself up, you will close yourself up, and you will not be able to be reached by the people that loved you the most.
If you feel lost or especially like I did, I felt pretty scared in the beginning of finding out that I was going to be a soon father. That I think the Dad Adventure Program is a great place to go and feel support, find guidance and information, and also just be able to collect experience from other dads that have gone through the same thing that you're about to go through. I think pregnancy is really based on the woman, but sometimes the dad is forgotten about and sometimes you gotta fill your cup too. When they say on an airplane, put your mask on before you put on someone else's mask, because if you're knocked out, you can't really help anybody else. And I learned that by taking care of me and surrounding myself with these men and getting the support that I needed and the guidance that I was looking for, that I would be able to better care for my child and the mother of my child, and therefore be a better dad and man.